What about educational channels, boys? What educational channels do you guys watch?
Ooh,
I mean, Vsauce is the one that
really
they haven't
upload,
uploaded in a while. But
I mean, is it even Vsauce anymore? Because he's doing like Minefield or Mine.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
He had a
those,
channel
really.
called Dong. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that.
And then YouTube forced him to change it to like Ding.
Yeah.
Because Dong was obviously.
Sounds like penis. Yeah.
I can't believe that. That's awful.
Are we counting like engineering fucking videos
yeah,
as,
of course,
as
of course,
educational?
of course.
Because I feel like engineering has had like a fucking resurgence within the past few years, thanks to creators like Michael Reeves, William Osmond,
Mark Rober.
and Mark Rober,
Yeah.
and like I wish they were around when I was in fucking university.
Yeah, right.
Because I didn't know engineering could be cool until they started making content, man.
I think especially like the shit posting ones like Michael Reeves. I mean, I found Michael Reeves when he was doing like when he was branded as like the laser guy.
Yeah.
He made one video about a laser pointing in his eye.
Yeah.
And for like months, his channel was like everything about
It was the laser
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and it's so cool seeing him blow up, and also
Yeah.
just making engineering cool.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
him and
Yeah.
William Osman and Mark Rober especially.
I think the latest video, the latest creator I discovered was Stuff Made Here.
Oh, I love Stuff Made Here.
And he's just like someone who is just I don't know what it is about him that like stands out like even more, because he's not a shit poster one.
No.
He's like a very serious engineering one, but he just makes these really cool contraptions, and some of the stuff he makes takes so much effort.
It's insane how high the bar for like good engineering
Right,
is. Now.
yeah.
Like the explosive bat.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like he
He made a baseball bat that has like 4 shells in it.
Yeah.
So when
Right.
you hit it, it explodes and ejects a thing that shoot the baseball.
Basically, the concept was he wanted to make a baseball bat that anyone could use to like get
the
a home
home
run.
record.
Right.
But like to break the world record for home run. And so he fucking puts shotgun shells into this baseball bat, and he breaks down his entire process about how to make this feasible. And it's like the first problem he had to overcome was like he made a baseball bat that worked, but anyone who would use it would fucking break their arm if they used it, right? And
Christ.
it's like his level or his like knowledge and level of engineering is just like on a different fucking scale.
Right,
Fantastic
right.
presentation.
Yeah,
as well.
and great presentation.
There's actually a Japanese YouTuber. I don't watch many Japanese YouTubers, but because frankly they're all quite meh. But there's one Japanese YouTuber who like blew up recently, or like quite recently, who's like kind of like he's like halfway between engineering and just absolute shit post. He's called Sushiramen Diku.
Okay.
And he does these videos where it's basically just him having fun, just
It's
like
the guy who like ejects himself on like a car.
yes.
That was insane.
He does like he basically is like he was the one who popularized the if you carve out a watermelon and then you boil salt water to 1,000 degrees and you pour it in, the watermelon explodes.
Who found that out?
He did apparently, but like a recent one that he did was like he was like, I love popcorn, so I'm gonna make I think it was like a 50-meter long popcorn container and just fill it up with popcorn, and then he did that, and it's fucking massive, and it's all filled up with popcorn. But then he took it one step further, and he invited his friends, and he pranked them by making this fake room in his studio, so that the popcorn would fall in as if it would cave into
Holy
the
shit.
house.
Oh my god.
And it was fucking insane. And the videos are so short. He just managed to like condense that shit into like a 5-minute
Kind
video.
of like sounds like David Dobrik, right? Just doing
Yeah.
insane
Yeah,
things.
it is.
and-
He just
and-
does the most insane shit. Like there was another one where he like, you know, he wanted to replicate the force of someone going into space, but obviously he
Yeah.
couldn't afford a rocket. So what he did was he created this contraption where it would explode underneath him and it would just eject
Yeah,
him
that,
out.
that's
yeah,
so
yeah.
dangerous.
And he flew like 15 meters into the air and like almost broke his neck. And he's just laughing the entire time. I'm like, this guy's a fucking psycho, but
Yeah.
he's so fun to watch. And
Japanese YouTubers are like insane.
but that's the thing. It's like he's a Japanese YouTuber. Like he can only speak Japanese and all that, but he just presents things. It's so visual that
Yeah,
you
you
don't
don't
have
have
to
to- yeah.
understand what he's
It's
saying
true.
to be such an entertaining video.
Yeah, like we're now getting to the point in YouTube where to stand out, you need to like have genuine qualifications and experience behind the stuff you do, because like a lot of these creators that we've mentioned can easily get jobs in their field, in their
Oh, for
professional
sure.
field.
Yeah, like the Sushiramen Diku, I think he's only like 18.
Oh my god.
And he's just like a fucking wizard engineer.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it goes to show that, right? Because like the quality of the engineering is like so insane at this point.
Yeah.
That, like,
Yeah.
Any of like the top channels that doing it are like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like I have an engineering degree and I'm like baffled by some of the shit. I'm like absolutely
3 years.
Same
Wasted.
here. I have a master's in
Absolutely
engineering,
baffled.
and some of the stuff they're coming up with is just like, man, is this what I would have done if I
Yeah.
had stayed in my engineering course?
Like Michael Reeves when he made the fucking surgery robot.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the fuck? What the fuck? I met him as well, and he was like the nicest dude ever, right?
Yeah.
Like, because we were at the Anime Awards, and he was leaving, and we didn't really get a chance to talk much. And he
Yeah.
came over just to say bye to me. Like,
Oh, that's
down
nice.
there. I was
Nice.
like, wow, dude, like people don't normally do that. That's
Yeah,
real
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
nice. I mean, and Lily Petrie was super nice.
Yeah.
Like, from what I've seen, the offline TV crew just seemed like just great. Like,
Yeah.
Trash Taste
Definitely.
offline TV collab when? Question mark. Kidding, joking.
When the world opens
When
up.
the world opens up and we can fly to places, or they can fly to places,
Yeah.
who the fuck knows?
I watch so many fucking educational channels. Like, obviously, like everyone watches CPG Grey.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch Tom Scott?
Yeah, I watch Tom Scott.
I know
I'm
the
not
name,
subscribed
yeah.
to Tom Scott,
Yeah.
but man, his videos will not leave my recommendation. he's one of those channels that I just know because like
Yeah.
I don't even need to subscribe to your channel for them to appear on your recommended.
yeah.
I used to whenever I used to go to the YouTube studio in London,
Yeah.
he's always there,
Yeah.
like just editing his videos. And I never said hi because I felt bad because he's
Right.
editing. But
He seems
Tom,
like a
hi.
He seems like a machine. I respect.
He is, yeah.
I respect because I respect his work
professional,
ethic
super
because
professional.
he has like a schedule. I don't know how he's able to upload so consistently with like the amount of videos he has.
Also Corona, and he's somehow still going abroad and
Yeah,
doing shit. What the
and
fuck?
like he has like really interesting ideas so consistently. Like his video where it was about like this video has X amount of views that just fucking
that
blew
guy.
up.
He
made
yeah,
that. He's the one
he,
who-
he
Okay,
made
yeah,
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I knew his name was familiar.
he's
yeah.
blonde hair, red shirt.
Yes,
and
yes,
he-
yes.
it's like,
I know him. Yeah. Okay, that guy.
And what impresses me the most actually is how he's able to present his information with like zero cuts in like without a script. Just in one take.
He just remembers
Yeah,
it
he
all,
just
right?
remembers
Yeah.
it. Like, how does he do
I
that?
remember he did like a Dasani video about like Dasani, the water bottle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It was like a 5-minute video. He did it all in one take,
Yeah.
walking down the street. And I'm like, what? Like, this is insane.
Yeah,
This is
how are you
insane.
doing this?
It's so professional. It's so good.
Like,
Amazing
I'm
channel.
reading off a script, and even I need like 5 takes to get one fucking line sometimes.
I do love the memes of like, oh, I'm here. Have you seen those memes? Right? It's like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good, that's
Breaking
good.
down the Tom Scott.
Obviously, there's Kurskisgat.
Koiskastat?
Kurskisgat.
Yeah.
Everyone loves him. I mean,
Or
who
in a
doesn't?
nutshell, wasn't he like? Didn't he try to change his name to like in a nutshell? Because
nutshell.
Mr.
No,
Yeah.
it's Koiskastat in
In
a
a
nutshell.
nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
The-
Veritasium as well. He's really good.
Veritasium's amazing.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, real life law.
Yeah, real life law I
Yeah.
like. Obviously, Smarter Every Day as well.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
good.
he's-
Do you guys watch? Have you seen Mike Boyd? The guy who, like learns things. Like he'll like spend like a week just learning something, and he won't stop the video until he does it. So like he'll learn how. There's one video where he learned to shatter glass with his voice.
I feel like I've seen that.
Probably saw the thumbnail 'cause it was
Yeah.
everywhere.
I feel like I've
It's
seen
really
that.
good, and he just learns like completely fucking useless skills.
I know Boy in a Band did kind of a parody of that where he learned to sing in 30 days.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
Which
you
was
should-
really cool, yeah.
Really good videos. I highly recommend it. There's also casually explained is also kind of similar to
Is
like.
it like so
Similar-
like is he educational or is he meme?
Do you know Salmonella?
Huh?
Do you know Salmonella? He does like casually explained, but
No.
more
I know
educational.
Salmon.
Because here's the
That's
thing,
the,
like
I think that's the pun.
Yeah.
here's the thing, like there's engineering and what were you, educational YouTubers, and then there's like casually
Meme
explained
educational,
and
like-
Tearzu, who are just like, I mean, what they say is technically correct,
Right.
but is anyone actually watching them to be like educated?
Educated, yeah.
Not really.
No, probably not.
Have you watched? Do you watch Jay Foreman?
I do not watch J Form.
He does videos mainly about London, like history of London and stuff, and like it's just so insane how well produced these videos are. I also met him ages ago. He probably doesn't remember because it was like
Yeah.
fucking 4 years ago. Yeah, and he's just obsessed with London, and but his videos are so fucking well done, and they're so funny. And like he'll just do a shot where he's just in the middle of the street in London for like 2 seconds, but he had to
Right.
get a cameraman, he had to get there, he had to set it all up. It's like it's insane.
Wow.
And it's just all to talk about London most of the time. I'd highly recommend it if you like just general history about London.
Fair enough. I mean, recently, like, I've definitely found myself. I used to not watch a lot of the YouTube videos from like the really like big like corporate channels.
Yeah.
like,
I don't really like the corporate channels
yeah,
that much.
you know, like I used to look at like Wired and Vox channels and be like, it's just like a fucking corporate.
Like I watch
Yeah.
a channel called Cheddar sometimes, but I feel just so sad watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, that name sounds familiar. What do they do?
Because they always do the video like why New York has big skylines, or
Yeah.
like why electric cars aren't in America yet. It's like such
Yeah.
generic titles of like I don't know why Walmart is big, and it's
Yeah.
like every single video is so lifeless.
Yeah.
and like it's informative.
I would say
I'm
there's
just sad.
there is one kind of like I'd say corporation kind of video that I do enjoy, and I don't know if this is the name of the channel, but the name of the series is like Big Great Story,
Yeah,
or something like
yeah,
that.
the Big
Where
Great
they actually
Story.
have like really cool and interesting
that's fucking
stories.
cool,
Yeah,
though.
that's a good channel.
I think one of my favorite videos of them was like they were in Japan, and there was this like Japanese person who sells painting made in Microsoft Excel.
What? I haven't seen that.
I've never seen that one.
So there was this Japanese guy who just wanted to express himself. Of
course it's
but
in
he had
Japan.
zero skills.
They
in,
do a
like-
lot of Japan.
They do do
they do.
a lot of things in Japan, but like he had zero skills in like painting and like art skills. So he just started like making pictures in Microsoft Excel, and they actually like he's been doing it for so long that they started to become really fucking good, right? And it was just like such a like uplifting story to just be
Yeah.
like, it doesn't really matter what your tools are.
Now
As
that
long-
is a big great story.
that is a big
That's a
great
big
story.
That's a big
sir.
great story.
Goddamn. And they're always super concise as well. They're not
Yeah.
too long. It's just great.
There's also another story about this fucking soup that is being like made in Thailand or something that was
like
like
10
Oh, yeah,
years.
it's like 50 years old
yeah,
or
that's
something.
been like
Yeah.
that's like been boiling for 50 years. And I remember watching it, and it was just like they didn't fucking wash the place at all. So the oil had been built up. So it was a fucking mountain next to this massive pot.
So gross.
Have you been there?
I have not been there.
You gonna go back there when you go to Thailand? You gonna have
I'm
that
like, if you ever like take us to Thailand, which I'm sure
Yeah.
will happen eventually, we really want to go there. Like, I actually want to like see if it's good or not.